What's good guys, and welcome to today's video. This is always a hot topic, however I still get so many emails, DMs and messages regarding growing our peaches. I want to keep it simple with you guys. No fancy terms, nothing confusing. I just want to share ways you can apply these tips I'm going to share with you into your own workout routine. Because at the end of the day, if you don't understand what I'm saying or it's too much info to take in, well then this video won't be effective. So don't worry, I have got you. So first of all, I'm going to start by saying genetics will play a huge role when it comes to determining your body shape, but that will not stop you from growing muscle, so don't be too disheartened. You can most definitely work your way to having the best body you can achieve. So I love this technique to grow your glutes, guys. This basically means slow and controlled movement during your exercise to put more strain on your muscles. So this will work your glutes harder and keep them under tension for longer. I see so many people rush through their movements and they could potentially be missing out on gains. So if I'm doing the hip thrust, for example, I like to pause at the top. And you want to avoid spending long amounts of time during the easiest portion of the exercise as well. So by spending more time under tension, it will also give you a chance to focus on your form, as you may fatigue earlier. So make sure you're completing the full rep, guys, and not just partial. So when it comes to growing your glutes, you want to hit the muscles from every angle. So our glutes are made up of the gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, and the gluteus minimus. So a compound exercise is an exercise that works multiple muscles. So like our favorites, squats, deadlifts, and lunges. And an isolation exercise is one that works a concentrated muscle or group. So for example, hip abductions, glute kickback, and hip thrusts. So I usually start with a compound exercise since this requires the most amount of energy to perform before moving on to my isolation exercises, just to make sure I'm really working the muscle group. So while you're doing the compound exercise, it's also a great time to focus on your mind-muscle connection, guys, which takes me on to my next point. So the mind-muscle connection is a conscious and deliberate muscle contraction. So it's basically focusing our attention on the muscle that is working during the exercise. So this is ultimately going to lead to greater muscle activation, which is super important when it comes to training the glutes. And it also tells me whether I'm performing the exercise correctly. So if I can't feel my mind-muscle connection, I might slightly alter my form or my foot position so I can feel it deeper. So that being said, also by holding a glute squeeze at the top of the movement, it really lets you know that your glutes are leading and you're keeping them under tension. So I love to mix up my reps and load when it comes to training my glutes. So my heavy sets will be roughly a rep range of 3 to 5, my medium sets roughly 6 to 10, and then my light sets could be 20 reps. So a person's own muscle growth goals are based on basically how your body reacts to various rep ranges. So a few ways you can tell whether your rep range is working for you is if your muscles feel pumped during your workout or if you have muscle soreness a day or two after your session. So when it comes to loads, heavier loads really focus on strength development, guys. So I'll apply this to my hip thrust and my glute bridges. When it comes to my kickbacks or my favorite exercise, the prone glute lift, I like to focus on higher reps and lighter weight. So we touched on this during the last tip, but the best way to grow your glutes, guys, is steady progressive overload. So basically, in order to get stronger, resulting in an increase of muscle, you need to continuously increase the amount of resistance you expose your muscles to. So you want to make sure you are challenging your muscles by slowly increasing the weight and or reps in your workouts as you get stronger. So basically, you don't want to stay comfortable or your muscles to get used to the movements, especially if you are always using the same weights. So progressive overload isn't always about increasing the weight. It could be doing more reps with the same amount of weight or having more productive training sessions or simply increasing the frequency of your sessions. So finally, guys, work your glutes even when you aren't training them. So if you work at an office all day, avoid dead butt syndrome by standing up often. So I actually have a video on this, guys, to combat dead butt syndrome, so definitely check it out. So another way to work your glutes when you aren't training them is by doing some glute activation before, say, a bike ride or cardio, just to get the glutes fired up. They are the largest muscle group in our body, but a lot of us are actually quad dominant, which means that we overuse our quadriceps. So for example, if you're feeling your glute exercises in your legs, this could be a sign. So just make sure you're paying extra attention to your glutes, guys, by activating them before any lower body workout, and also standing up regularly and opening up your hip flexors. So the most important thing to remember is that building your glutes doesn't have to be overcomplicated. We love to overcomplicate things, but the less complex your workouts are, the better. So focus on the key moves, progress them with weight, and follow a solid training plan. And last but not least, guys, enjoy the process. So I really hope you guys found these tips helpful. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and press that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time. Mwah.